Hi, I'm Ned, and I've started streaming. This is a recording from my live stream over on twitch.tv/NedMakesGames. I'm live most Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m. US Eastern Time. I'd love to see you there. Alright, hey everybody. It's been a little bit. Glad I'll see you again. I hope you've all had a good couple weeks. I haven't been able to stream that much lately, so I had some free time this week with Labor Day and everything, so I thought why not just take the week to try to catch up a bit. So I'm going to be streaming quite a bit for the next 5 days. I also wanted to try and like fundraise a bit for the ACLU. So yeah, you'll see up at the top, you can type !donate, and I'll give you a link to a donation page. And if you feel like donating to the ACLU, it'll be mean a lot to me. And then I'll also put your name in the credits of this game that I'm making, and also a short comment, like during a loading screen or something. But okay, so what we were working on, it's the same game I worked on a bit last month. Basically, it's a hot potato game from Mario Party. Yeah, the controls aren't very good right now, but basically you try to just toss the hot potato to another player before a timer goes off. But obviously it doesn't look very good right now, so I want to work on the art today. And I'm kind of thinking the theme will be like little gophers or something, because I don't know, I was inspired by the potato, so maybe the gophers found a potato. And then I was thinking, I don't know about this, but maybe there's like aliens or something that have like made the potato into a bomb, like a robotic potato or something. I don't know, but we'll see about that. But I think I do want the main characters to be gophers anyway. We kind of worked on this a little bit, but I'm going to change up the art style just because the previous art style I was trying to do like pixel art models, and turns out they're kind of difficult to get to look right, and since it's a new thing for me, I don't really want to try something new during a game when have a bit of a time crunch. Okay, so I've opened up Inkscape here because I thought maybe we can sketch a little bit. And I only have a mouse, so it's easier to sketch for me anyway in Inkscape than, I don't know, MS Paint or something like that. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so I'm thinking more like this type of gopher, because these remind me of prairie dogs, or these are what I would call a prairie dog. So yeah, they basically just look like little mice. Which will be good because it'll be kind of easy to model. Since I want to try to finish this game this week, I don't want to do something super complicated for the models, so probably for animations, I think I might go the Rayman route, where their hands are kind of detached from their bodies, so I don't have to worry about animating the arms. And then their bodies maybe will just be kind of a capsule-like shape. I think it will look cute. I hope so anyway. Okay. Oh, it's wondering why I couldn't see it, but it's because it's white. To fix that, I guess I could make this neutral gray as a background. Okay. So yeah, let's actually. Okay. Yeah, so these won't be perfectly symmetrical because it's not really easy to do mirrored stuff in Inkscape, but that's okay. This doesn't really have to be perfect. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking like a shape like this maybe. And then yeah, so kind of like egg shaped for the models. And then I'll mostly just animate them by rotating their body and then maybe changing up the texture on their face. Okay, so let's give it a gophery color. They're kind of more grayish. But I mean, you know, we can. You don't have to match exactly how a gopher looks. Okay, and then I'll have little eyes. There's little cheeks. Okay, let's see. So I do have a little nose. Something like that. Okay, and then let's see. For ears, they're kind of just like little, they're very small. Something like that. Okay, now how would I do? So for the mouth, you pretty much just see the teeth. I don't know if I'll go with, like on a real gopher, you can really see their bottom teeth. I don't really know how cute that is, so I might just do the top teeth. I guess we can see. All right, that's not looking too bad. Okay. Okay, now what about whiskers? That might be a little bit difficult to model. We could just draw them on. Yeah, I mean, I guess they could just be like little... something like that. I don't know. I guess the real whiskers are like over here. I don't really know if he needs that. Okay, and then yeah, I kind of like this, like where the body is really big. Kind of a cute style. Okay, and then like I said, the hands will basically be detached. And instead of making them have such big claws and everything, maybe we'll just go more like a cat-like look. Something like that. And then yeah, I don't even think he needs feet. Maybe we could. I guess we'll have to see how it looks. Okay, what about the inside of the ears? Okay, there we go. Yeah, the sorting was being annoying. Okay. All right, so that is cute. Okay, let's... save this somewhere. Okay, so like I said, I think it looks kind of cute, but it's a little, um, he's maybe a little boring right now because basically he's just a normal gopher. Okay, I don't know. I probably shouldn't really worry about shading this, but I wanted to at least give him a bit of a chin. Okay. But anyway, yeah, so I wanna maybe, well, I guess we could make like if every character is gonna have this same egg-shaped body, we could make a bunch of props like hats and I don't know, like a tie or a scarf or something that could go around it. That might be a good idea, because then players could choose like what clothes they'd want to wear or props. Would be kind of cute. Why don't we just go that route? That way we can make a bunch of different characters, and they have like interchangeable hats and stuff. Okay, so we're gonna need the other big thing we need, of course, is the potato, and then the backdrop. But yeah, the characters are kind of the most important thing. So, but for some reason, when I think of what I want the potato to be, I keep on thinking of like a turnip, because if I do an actual potato, that's gonna look kind of boring because it's basically just a brown lump. But I think a turnip might be good because they have the purple part, and I guess that's a radish, but and so that would be like very visible. Okay, no, it is a turnip, what I was thinking of. What's the difference between a turnip and a radish? I guess they're just different. Slightly different plant varieties, I don't know. But anyway, so I kind of like the idea of making it like a hot turnip because, like I said, they're very visible. Where if it's just a potato, it's gonna just be like the same color as the player. So yeah, even though it is supposed to be a hot potato, I don't know, we can just do hot turnip. It doesn't really matter. I guess I could make it one of those purple potatoes, but I don't think people would associate that right away. I guess another way I could make it hot is make it literally hot and make it have like flames coming out of it. Okay, I mean, we could also have various different vegetables too, but okay, well, I guess we could always just make the potato kind of reddish. That way it would stand out, and if it had fire, then it would really stand out. So maybe we'll go with that just so that we can do, I don't know, the namesake hot potato. But anyway, let's try and model. I mean, obviously this isn't going to be that difficult. Which is fine. I mean, this is supposed to be just a small game, and having all the characters be this egg shape is kind of cool because then I can, like I said, make props. So I guess I could just make. So on this, yeah, he has ears and also have a tail. So I guess I can just make the base I'm trying to think. Like how I want to organize the model, because I kind of want to just have one egg shape so that way I don't have to remake it. Maybe I can just have the ears and like a tail be toggled on and off, at least in the Blender file. So that way, if other characters don't have the tail and ears, or I could even make the tail and ears be like props that are always connected. Um, yeah, we'll have to think about it, I guess. Anyway, so let's see. That's all I wanted to do. Guess we can start with a cylinder. Okay, I want it to be relatively high detail so that it looks smooth. Um, that's probably fine. Okay, so let's start. All right, so each of these squares I think is 1 meter. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we can just scale it down. Oops. I think of the best way to start this. Something like that, maybe. Hey, Awkward Brian. Good morning. How are you doing today? Okay, I think the top maybe all too big. Oh. Oh yeah, I didn't have X-ray on. Um, this one, yeah. Doing good. Good to hear that. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good too. I hope your Labor Day went well. I'm glad to finally get back to this project. I haven't really been able to work on it in a while, so okay. So I guess so this part is the widest part. I mean, again, I don't really have to follow this exactly, but and then it tapers off pretty quick, and then it's kind of a smooth taper all the way up to the top. Hi, Kine. I'm working on this little gopher, trying to make it into a model. How are you doing this morning? Seems like we get this song every stream. Oop. Okay, it's not doing it for me yet, but it's probably just because it's so angular. Yeah, we're gonna have to, if I want it to be really smooth, we're probably gonna have to add a bunch of edge loops. I think it might be, yeah, it's too short as well, so. Why not put the Gopher image in Blender to make it easier to model? I guess that would be helpful. Mostly because off the top of my head, I'm not sure how to do that. Let's see. All right, let's see. Reference image. Press Shift A to bring up add. Okay, so that's pretty simple. Oops. Okay. Well, let's render this out. Okay, actually, no, I don't need to. I wish it would default to the folder that this was saved in. So I've got to go find it. Okay. All right, so now there. I've got to do the same thing here. Oh, fine. Work. Okay, that was pretty easy. Okay. Yeah, so I guess we can, yeah, like I said, I don't know if this shape we have to match exactly, but while we have it here, we might as well and see how it looks. Okay, so now if we want to get that similar shape, we need to add a couple more edge loops, especially where it changes rapidly. Ooh. Okay, now if we turn that off, I do like that shape. Let's see if I can make these a little bit more evenly distributed. If you're still working, donate. Well, thanks, kind. Well, yeah, I mean, I just wanted to do this to try to help out, but obviously I understand that not everybody has the disposable income to donate, and that's perfectly okay. Okay, I think I just brought that back to exactly where it was. All right. I think that looks pretty good. I want to bring this into Unity now and see how smooth it is. Okay, it's probably gonna export the reference image, but okay. Let's um, let me clean up our art folder here because this is like old stuff. I think I'll just delete it. Okay. Yeah, so this will just be like a base that we can build up all the characters off of. All right. was testing out the toon shader here. Let's just make a character test. Okay, and bring in the egg character. Okay, so it's not really very smooth right now, but if I tell it to... Oh no, I think I did it opposite. Okay, so neither of those really help. Oh, I think I have to tell it to calculate normals. Okay, there we go. There's a weird seam right there, though. Huh, what's that about? Let's make a quick little shader to test out the normal vectors and see what's going on there. I guess I don't want it to be lit actually, but we can change that in the graph. Okay, so if we just route the normal vector, actually I need to remap it, don't I? Okay, and then okay, I'm gonna get rid of this for now. Yeah, I was gonna work on outlines, but I think we'll do that later on. If you remember correctly, you can go in object mode, select the object, and use smooth shading to smooth the model. It's always a good idea to recalculate normals in Blender before exporting. You're probably right. I'm relatively new to... Well, actually, I've been using Blender for a while, but not extensively, so I'm still learning quite a bit about it. Wait, yeah, this is what I want. Shader graphs. Okay, so yeah, there's just a seam there. Probably... Yeah, I guess we didn't really need the shader to see that. Okay, let's see. So here... Oh. Wait, are the vertices like disconnected there? Because you can see the seam even in Blender. Huh. Oops. Okay, anyway, let's see if we can fix it. Maybe yeah, the normals got messed up. Is it in mesh? Yeah, normals. Recalculate outside. Well, nothing changed because right now we're having Unity calculate the normals. Okay, so now they're back to being flat, but at least there's that artifact, or not that artifact. Okay, is that what fixes it? Okay, yeah, there we go. That's all this stuff. Oh, okay. For some reason, like, yeah, let's have this. Oh, okay, so the test lighting, yeah, that was confusing me. I left this name test lighting even though it actually is doing the toon shader. It's gonna just be like a standard toon, I don't know. Okay, so let's get rid of some of this stuff. Test toon and without specular. Oops. Looks like when you were moving the bottom area, it got disconnected. Just join the vertices and select the two vertices and join them with Control J. Yeah, something weird was going on there. Let's just... Does that do anything? Okay. Looks like I've got like doubled up geometry or something, I think. Because the vertices aren't really disconnected, but then when I bring them back, they... Something weird's going on. Maybe I should just delete this and remake it. I don't know how this happened, but it's alright. Okay, so make sure... I think that might just be an illusion from the smooth shading. Let's see, can I turn back on? So I want smooth shading in the final version, but while I'm working on it, I'd kind of like the shading to be sharp so I can kind of see what's going on better. Flat? No. Don't really need to see the vertices. Or the vertice normals right now. Okay, well, maybe this is turn on flat for now. Did it like create a face under here? Maybe that's what happened. Okay, somehow it created a face like inside the mesh. Anyway. Let's see, so maybe I guess I can select it like that. I must have pressed a key by accident. Okay, I think that's what happened. So yeah, what was happening is when Unity was averaging the normals to try to smooth them, it saw this weird face inside and it was affecting the normal calculation, which was making there be a seam right there. Okay. Anyway, we should be all good now. Okay. I was gonna say it's kind of not smooth, but that's because I have this normal map. So if I just set the normal strength to 0. Oh, yeah, wrong material. Okay, so it still does have these kind of sharp edges. A little bit is going to be inevitable just because of the way the triangles work, but I kind of like it to be a little smoother. Let's see, the best way, I mean, we could just do a smooth or a subdivide. Which will probably make a pretty big difference. Okay, yeah, we just have to subdivide it once and it already looks a lot better. Okay, so that's good to know. Let's get rid of this for now. Okay, so the only problem with subdivision is it kind of destroys like some details on your mesh, so I think we'll need to make sure be wary of that. Hi Mulcander. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for coming by. Excited to work on this game again. It's been a little bit since I've had the chance. Oops. Oh yeah, I'm on face mode. That's why it was selecting like that. I just kind of want to get these sort of evenly dispersed on here. Yeah, since the rapidly, like the shape changes here, they're kind of more grouped up. If I wanted to, I could add another, but I don't really know if it really make any important difference. Okay, I think, yeah, we definitely need to close up the top here. Best way is probably just to do a triangle fan. Is there a way that I can do that by... I wonder if I can get Blender to do that automatically for me. Not sure though. I think that will look weird on the toon shader. Okay, well, we can do it ourselves. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure there is an automated way to do this, but I'd probably spend more time trying to find it than just doing it, so. Okay, so now if I just grab this point. Okay, I don't want to make it stick out too much because I think on the toon shader, that little bit will be pretty obvious. Although it's not too bad. Maybe it could just be the light though. So if I rotate it, I want to see what happens when the light line moves over that cap. Okay, actually it wasn't really too bad. I think we're fine. Then the bottom will pretty much never be seen. So I think I might just be lazy and do that, and Unity will triangulate it when it imports. Okay, so there's kind of some wobbliness right there. Is that... I wonder if that's the model or if it's the shadows. Okay, it was shadows. Yeah, self shadows can sometimes look kind of bad. I'll have to look at that. At some. Well, if it becomes a problem, we can see if I can smooth them somehow. Yeah, also we're getting some roughness there because of it. Let me look. I already have anti-aliasing. Oh yeah, so I basically have the best shadow properties already. Although, maybe I don't want soft shadows with... Oh, okay, well then we get that, which is worse. I don't know. It looks better when I add a bit more normal bias, but I can sometimes create other artifacts. I think I'll just wait on it. Alright. So we got this. I guess I need to UV it. And I think if I want to go the route where everything uses the same model, we'll put a lot of the detail in the texture instead of... Because originally I wanted to do a technique kind of used by Minion's art, if people are familiar with her work, where you kind of model in most of the detail and then, so you don't have to UV, you just drag different parts of the model to like a color on the texture. And I like working like that, but I think for this particular style, it's probably better if I just put all the detail in the texture. So we need to try to make a good UV for this. Just got back. Subsurface wasn't applied to the model. Is that something I need to do in Blender? Oh, you mean, oh yeah, you're right. I turned that off because, yeah, the subsurface subdivision. Yeah, let's actually, yeah, I should test that, or test that to see if that fixes that shadow acne, but I'm not really sure if it will. Actually, it does look a lot better. Okay. So yeah, I need to remember not to worry about the lighting too much with that turned off. Okay, so what's this divot here though? Let's see. Also, we've got a lot of vertices here. But yeah, I might. But we'll see. I mean, it looks a lot better when it's subdivided like that. But I'm not sure if this might be a little bit too much vertices, especially up here at the top. Okay, it's isometric. Okay, so right here we're getting some weirdness, and I think that's just because of the way. Is it because of the model? See, here you can see that the edges are kind of starting to wave like that, and that usually causes issues with lighting. Because it makes these lines not sharp. Hey, Asian buttocks. You saw my Twitter the other day about the new foliage compute shader. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to get that video out. Probably be in a couple weeks. But thanks for coming by. How are you doing? Oh yeah, this doesn't do it for me. It actually looked better before I did the subdivision surface. So maybe I have to do things manually because I'm not really sure. Well, why does Blender do this? Maybe it's because of the way I did the cap. How is it at the bottom? Okay, no, it still does the same thing at the bottom. Let's see. Yeah, so ideally I want to keep these rings. I'm not sure. Let's see, is there a way that I can... Okay, maybe that's better. Let's see how that looks. Oh no, that's way worse. Because not only do we still have the wiggly subdivisions here, got these sawtooth effects. Boundary smooth, these creases. Replace existing custom normals in the resulting mesh. I don't know. I'm just trying random options to see if I can get it to look good. Nope, we still have this wavy effect. I think that's just because of the triangles that I have here. Blender doesn't really like to work with triangles. I'm not really sure how I can fix that though. Managed to make a huge grass field with my baked grass shader. You set it up 2 levels LEDs first with actual grass, the second it's just a quad with a fake grass texture. Oh, cool. I'd like to see, if you posted that on Twitter, I'd like to see it. Yeah, my new grass, well, I'm working on another grass system that, well, I kind of tried to do like what you were doing, but I wasn't, it's like pretty much impossible to get it to work with Unity's terrain. So I'm trying a new technique, which, well, if you look back on my Twitter, you'll see some pictures of other grass. But I'm glad to see that the baked grass worked well for you. Okay, well, I could do the subdivision myself. That might be what I have to do. The other option, is there some way I can preserve this ring? Alright, like this perfect circle here. Maybe, I don't know, if I add something like that. Oh no, this is... Okay, no, that doesn't make any difference. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that ring messes up the normals. I guess that makes sense because it can't smooth it. Oops. There we go. Okay, yeah, so even though the sides look better when I subdivide, the top looks really bad. So I think what I'll have to do is kind of subdivide myself by adding more rings around here when I'm ready. It's not like that's that difficult to do. I guess I should do it before I do the UVs though. So maybe, let's see, let's just add like one more ring for most of these. Okay, maybe space these a little bit more evenly. Excuse me. Okay, maybe this will be good enough. Turn off the wireframe and just kind of watch. Okay, there's still a bit of jaggedness right there, but I mean, there's going to be a little bit. If you watch the highlight, it stays pretty nice. It's not, I mean, it's pretty good. Okay, that's that shadow issue. Okay, I mean, actually, I'm probably worrying about it too much because, let's see, probably we're not going to really see them except for like this far away. So at this distance, it looks fine. You can still kind of see some of the jaggedness. Maybe I need... It's probably because down here the shape changes so abruptly. So if I just add a couple more loops, make it a little bit more dense here. Oops. It's not giving me enough sensitivity. Strangely, I don't really get the same effects at the top, even though not really any less quickly changing up there. I guess it is a little bit. Okay, anyway, I think... Yeah. I think we'll go with this. It's close enough. The way you made it work with Unity's terrain was making 3 grass patches, set them close to each other, and then you made a prefab. Add as a tree asset in the terrain editor. Oh yeah, I guess that would work. I was worried about, excuse me, about seams using that, but I'm glad that's not an issue. Maybe I'll have to go back and revisit that technique. All right. Okay, so let's work on the UVs now. Okay, the pause I'll probably put in a different model. Oh, well, maybe not, but let's worry about that later. Okay, so if I did a cylinder projection, that's not good because I want it. That's a little better, but there's still... Yeah, the problem with cylinder projections is again the caps. So the caps I might do a different projection maybe. Okay, so let's see, what is... Okay, so the good thing about this is that it seems like they've kept the faces relatively, well, I mean, I guess it's a cylindrical projection. Oh, yeah, because these, even though they have kind of a big face area, they're just a little tiny bit on the UV map. So I don't know, that probably isn't the best. What about... Okay, it's not the prettiest either. Maybe I just need to make seams down the sides and then make a back and a front texture. kind of like I did here. And as long as I don't have details on the sides, it probably will be okay. You have a question regarding a skybox. You have mine set up slowly rotating, but how can you add another layer of skybox to rotate the other way? How can you do this with a shader graph? Well, I have a skybox tutorial that kind of shows how to make a procedural skybox in the shader graph. Like, I don't think Unity lets you... I'm trying to think. Because they have, like, this skybox material, and then they have a way that you can do, like, a cube map to skybox, but I don't think they'll let you, like, over or combine two skyboxes. So yeah, we'll have to do it in the shader graph. I guess it kind of depends if you are using a panoramic image or a cube map, but either way, yeah, you just need to sample both in the shader graph and then combine them somehow with alpha blending or whatever you decide to use. Okay, so where's the mark seam button? I forget that. There we go. Okay, and I guess no, that's not correct. That's not the right. Not the right edge loop. I'm trying to think of. Okay, so now if I cut. So I guess I'll need to cut once here so I can mark this as a seam. Okay, so now if I did another smart project. Okay, no, it's not much better. So probably what I should do is just select all the faces here. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think I did the wrong one because this is actually the front of the model. Yeah, because I forgot Y is depth in Blender. Okay, so let's just select everything. Clear seam. Wait, did I do this same thing? Oh, yeah, okay. I was getting confused because the x-axis is red, so I thought there's actually a seam right there, but no. So I knew that I hadn't made an edge here yet, so confusing me. Okay, so now you can select this and then press L to select this whole part. And then maybe I can just project from view. Okay, I think that's the best way to do it. And then let's just move this over and do the other side. Okay. Actually, this is probably going to work out pretty well because I think this will have enough room to do the hands and then like an ear and a tail. Because I'd like, it'd be best. I mean, I guess it'd be best if I could combine them all into one mesh and then I'll use one texture just so that it's only has to be one draw call. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, well, before we move on, do I want to change anything else at all about the topology here? Because once I move on, I think basically this egg is going to be uneditable. Well, maybe not quite yet, but I'm going to try not to change this any now because we've already got the UVs. So let's go ahead and make some hands, and then I guess we'll do an ear and a tail. And if other objects don't need the ears and the tail, then we can just hide them or whatever. Okay, I think that's a good plan. Oh, I just noticed how dark it's gotten in my room. Let's turn on my other light. Now I look a bit glowing, but okay. Actually, let me get a drink before I move anymore, or move on. A giant water bottle. All right. Okay, so what I want to do now is the hands, I think. And just so that I don't really want to have to mess with too much animation in this project, just because it was something I want to tackle at some point, but maybe not when I have a deadline of 1 week. So I think, like I said, I'm going to go the Raymond route, where basically the hands are just kind of detached. Okay, so how do I want to... Guess we can start with a sphere. Probably an icosphere is not the right way to do it. Actually, I think the best way to do it is actually to start with a cylinder and then we'll just rotate it on its side. Let me just speak about that. Let's change that to body. I guess we can still use this, although yeah, the shape of the paws isn't really that difficult to model. Okay, so we definitely don't need 32 for this. Let's go down to 16. We want to rotate it on the x-axis by 90 degrees. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, it's just because it has no filling. Okay, so I'm not sure what the end gonna look like, but we'll see. Okay, that looks a little better. Yeah, I don't really need the guides for this. This is the right hand. Oh wait, it's left hand. Oh, I see. So the Angon, it didn't actually add any edges. It just kind of placed a face there. So yeah, that's not that helpful. I'm trying to think. Is this too many edges? And also, how will I add the little fingers? I need to. I guess I can extrude them. Okay. Yeah. So I can use. It'll be symmetrical. So let's just for ease, move this into the center. Okay, I'm just gonna start over because I think I kind of messed that up. Hi, Zo Random. How are you doing today? I don't need anything. That. Okay. So yeah, let's just keep it down here for now. Now, I need to think about. I want to add those little pop pads to the top. So I'm trying to. So I basically need to space out these. Edges so that I can do that. Like that. And then if I rotate it, then so that might be good. And then each of these can just have one little pop pad. or finger. So I'll need to rotate this around. Figuring out Unity local multiplayer with a new input system. That sounds like a lot to learn there. Yeah, Unity's new input system. There are things I like about it, but also there are some kind of weird things. I don't like how they kind of force you to do like a callback structure because I tend to like to do polling. Oops. I didn't think it would delete the whole thing, but oh, yeah. You can't undo on that little dialogue, which is what I keep trying to do. Okay, so what I want to do is rotate this. So, is it 20? Let's see. So 360 divided by 8 is 45. Okay, so divided by 2 is 22 and a half. So, okay, so it's pretty close. Alright, so now we just rotated it so that it's flat at the top. So I should be able to extrude the fingers out. Okay. Come on. Oh. Trying to select this edge, but I was on vertex mode. So let's have a little bit there. Kind of oddly, I think, yeah, these hands are going to be more difficult to model than the body. But I guess that's not that weird because the body was just an egg. Okay, so probably the fingers won't go all the way to the edge on the back. So let's add something like that. And then take this and extrude it. Okay, so do that, and then I'll just delete everything on the right side so I can mirror it. I think that'll be easier to work with. Oh, except I need to create an edge loop here. Delete faces, mirror. There we go. Okay, so now I only have to do the right side. You can still do polling if you want. It supports many different devices now. It's nice. Yeah, you can still do polling. It's just I just thought it was a little convoluted the way that it worked, but yeah, all the new device support is definitely good. And it's also possible that you can actually remap controls at runtime now, which was always a big problem with the default or the old input system. Oh yeah, one issue with mirroring is now you can't just scale out like that. But I guess I don't really want to because I kind of want... Okay, I guess I just want to move these vertices outward. So let's just make a roughly circular shape. Oops. Okay. I'll try the same here. Oh, I guess I should extrude first and then do the loop. All right. So we've got, I don't know. Okay. It's all right. Something about it just looks off. Probably just because it's still kind of flat. So I add that and then, okay, if I just scale it, I'm gonna have to. Is there a way I can move it along the normal vectors? That's kind of what I want to do here. I feel like I've tried to look this up before and it's unfortunately not the easiest to do. Blender move along normal vector. Okay, so I can press the Z button to move along the normal. Or Alt S. Okay. See, the problem, one problem with Blender is that they changed a lot of their UI stuff and a couple patches ago. So a lot of these questions are outdated. So when was this? Oh yeah, so this was 6 years ago. Transform orientation. Okay. Does it? It doesn't seem to do anything. This is align the Z to the normal. Oh, okay. Need to press the axis key twice. Okay, so maybe that's what I have to do. So I guess that other option was correct. I just had to. Wait. Okay, so G, Z, along normal Z, along global Z. Okay, I guess the normal vector is not what I think it is. Probably because of the mirror. Let's see. Thanks for the follow, IDEEM group. Yeah, here. Okay. Yeah, the normals. So I guess it's going by the face normal. Yeah, I always forget. Blender doesn't really do normals the way that I would think of them in shaders. Just like this first one is like the average normal for the vertice. And then the second one is what's actually stored in the vertex in Unity. And then the third one is the normal of the face, which would be in flat shading, but okay. Oh, hi Matt. Yeah, I have seen you comment. Yeah, thanks for coming by. Yeah, good morning. How are you doing today? Right now I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way that I can move these move these vertices based on their normal vector, but it's turning out not to be super easy to do. Let's see. So if I oh yeah, that looks okay. That's something I'm gonna have to think about here because the smooth shading. Yeah, I'm gonna need to smooth out these edges. Okay, well, I've spent enough time on this. Maybe, okay, let's just scale it and then I'll fix the artifacts. Okay. Yeah, the X. Try and put them as close to the middle as possible. Or can I just say X? Or wait. G, X, 0. Oh no, that doesn't set it to 0. There's probably a way to do that, but I don't know what it is. You're fighting with Unity's animation rigging on your VR controls at the moment. You only got the problems with a humanoid rig solved by going to a beta version, but still, yeah, animation is one of those things that I'd like to jump into more, but I haven't really had the chance yet. But yeah, I bet that is difficult to get working in VR. Yeah, there's enough vertices here. It's not that big of a deal to do this manually. Okay. Actually, the second finger pretty much went how I wanted. Okay. So yeah, it also did this part, but that's probably fine. Oops. Yeah, when I merge these together, I'm going to need to check to make sure there's not a seam there. The remapping ability in the input system is hugely important for me. Yeah, definitely so random. And I think, yeah, if I did start a full game project, I would definitely use the new input system just for that. Okay. Something about this little pinch right there, I think is going to look not the best. Okay, well, let's see how this looks in Unity. Now, since I have these turned off, will they not show up? Okay, no, they're still there, but that's fine. I can just turn this off. Okay, so yeah, it's very flat right now. Okay, this is self-shadowing. So I want it to be smooth. So I'm gonna need to bevel it myself. I'm trying to think. Is there a better way I can be doing this? By the way, Nomex Games, thank you so much for all the educational vids on YouTube. They'll help tremendously. Oh, you're welcome, Zorandom. I really enjoyed making them, so I always am happy to hear that they help other people as well. He loves being able to stick input actions on any model behavior or class. And you can now say, it's out of control, leave me alone about it. Yeah, I think so too. IDM group, that is nice. What's this little bit right there? Oh, it's just, yeah, I kind of messed this up, didn't I? Yeah, this edge here, which is extruded a bit. Now it looks weird in the back. I don't know, I'm not really sold on how this is looking at. I guess I can fix this by scaling it. Oh, and then the mirror is gonna mess up, but yeah, I don't think I need this loop here. This is messy too. Oh, hey Ned, you're late to the show. What am I trying to do here? I'm just trying to, well, I've been making a game which is kind of a copy of a Mario Party minigame that's basically hot potato. And I'm just trying to make like the main character, which is going to be a gopher, but all the models are like egg shaped. So I'm trying to just make basically a generic egg shape so that I can create different player characters with the textures. And then, so right now I'm working on the kind of disembodied hand, which he'll use to actually grab the hot potato. The workflow of the new input system is kind of meh, and the fact they decided to do it like a reactive extension is kind of weird. Yeah, that's like the only thing I don't like about it. But I feel like since the Unity's default input system is lacking so many features, we don't really have it. Well, I don't know. If I was making a complete game, I wouldn't have a choice but to switch to it. Although in another project, I've been able to work with this paid asset on the asset store called Rewired, which is kind of an input system as well. Well, not kind of, it is an input system, and it's pretty nice to work with. But I know obviously it is paid, so wait, what am I doing? Is it an optical illusion or are these bowed? No, I think it's an optical illusion. I think it's straight. Okay. I always get confused about these keys. Okay. Like I said, I don't really know if this is the right way to do this, but let's see. So if I added a subdivision, I think it would just like destroy the details in it. Actually, it's not too bad, but yeah, I forgot. Well, subdivision might work fine here, actually. It didn't work in the other, or on the body egg because of the caps, but here we're not going to have that kind of thing. All right, let's see here. I don't know. I'm just trying to decide, like, do I want to have these fingers or have I messed up the topology here? Let's straighten this out a little bit. Okay, I guess it doesn't really have to be that perfect. Okay, let's delete these faces, I think. And then instead of doing it the way it was before, I'll select this and extrude inward. And then we can move it out along the y-axis. Okay, so that way this will have a little bit more shape to it. Okay, I think that looks better. Maybe I just need to add some more detail. Okay, I guess I'm gonna need to rejoin it so I can do this front part and then I can split it again. Okay, so I have to be in object mode. Okay, and then make sure there's no seams here. I don't even really need this edge, but yeah, it did merge them. Okay, and then delete these faces and extrude. Have I considered keeping the pause as 4 separate game objects? Opens up more animation options and you could stick with more easily remappable UVs. Actually, I do kind of like that idea. Trying to think how it would look. I guess I can just test it. Yeah, because if I did that, it might be kind of cute. Although I don't know, it might be too big of a detail, but it might be kind of cute because like the fingers could move to wrap around the hot potato. Yeah, I think I will go with that actually. Okay, so let's get rid of all this. Yeah. So we'll just start over with a cylinder. Okay. Let's up this. Also use a prefab variant to use different toe models for different characters. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think that will work out well because yeah, now it'll be kind of cute that the toes can move to grab onto the potatoes. I like that idea. Okay. It also simplifies the model a lot, which I guess is nice. Although I think the model was starting to look pretty okay, but so I guess now it'll just be basically a circle. Okay. The back, I think. To maybe be a little flatter. Something like that. And then okay. Let's export this to Unity and see how it looks. All right. Yeah, so I need to smooth it. I'm not worried quite so much. Okay, so the front part is a little strange. I'm not worried quite so much about this. You know, maybe I should make them more spherical, actually, instead of it being like a disc. That'd probably look better with a toon shader as well. The model is looking good. You're just fairly procedurally minded at this point. One of the reasons my shader videos have been so awesome. All the great procedural bricks. Oh, yeah, I do love procedural materials. Yeah, I'm glad that you like them too. I'd like to make some more pretty soon. Okay, again, I think that's just the shadow, so I'm not too worried about that roughness. Okay, well, let's leave. I don't want to delete this, I guess. Let's just move it to the side. Oh, no, that's probably not a good idea. Let's just make a new model or a new mesh. I think, yeah, I probably should just go for a UV sphere. Oops. And then maybe let's put the caps in the front. All right. And then maybe I'll just squish it a bit. Procedural bricks. Yeah, you got one, the flagstone, non-repeating. Most of the noises derived from world space. Yeah, it's really cool. I made a really simple one in my rectangle SDF video. Let's see, just scale it. No, I want to scale it on the y-axis. There we go. Do I like that? Okay, I think it's fine, but I kind of want to scale these edges a bit more. Oh, that didn't work. Why is it? Can I get rid of this one by shift? Okay, good. Okay, let's see. This looks good. Okay, not doing, I want it. Not doing what I want. I'm trying to say how to explain it. I kind of want it, I want them to flatten more, but keep these, or this part, kind of constant. So I guess I wanted to like do like scale on an exponential curve, but I don't think I can do that easily. Procedural rocks would be awesome. Oh, that would be cool. I have seen a couple procedural like rock or stone materials, but yeah, I'd like to do that as well sometime. Okay, well, it's just, I think I'm gonna have to model this part myself. Oh. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I need to make sure it stays on the y-axis. Okay. That actually turned out pretty well. Maybe I'll leave the other side like that. I'm not sure. Oh. Yeah, I had the old model still there. Okay, and it's not on smooth shading, so let's fix that real quick. Yeah, Blender's geometry nodes, that's where Unity needs the head. You come from Maya, you know. Yeah, geometry nodes, I need to learn those as well. No such thing as procedural in Maya world. Yeah. I originally learned Maya as well, so never really got to play with the geometry modes, but now since I've switched over to the Blender, I'd like to try them out. Or I'd really like to try out that program, I think it's called Houdini, which is all about procedural modeling, but it's pretty expensive, so. You haven't done anything with them yourself, but you've seen a video or two. Yeah, they are pretty cool, what I've seen as well. Okay, yeah, so this is the back. Okay, so yeah, I want to make I really want to watch the transition there. Okay, so it does, there's kind of, well, I guess that's kind of normal because it's flatter there, so yeah, the ramp. I wonder if I told Unity to calculate this. Okay, it doesn't really make any difference. Yeah, this is the geometry. I think that's fine. Okay, so basically I could use the same shape. Probably I don't need so much detail for the fingers. So maybe I'll just duplicate it. They'll need to be in their own mesh here. May need a degree in math to learn Houdini. Okay. Yeah, I know it looks pretty complicated, but from what I've seen, it like I have some experience with like Substance Designer to make procedural textures, and I thought that Houdini was kind of similar except for modeling. But yeah, any time you go from 2D to 3D, things get way more complicated. So. Wow, we've already been streaming for 2 hours. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Yeah, so let's just get rid of this cylinder version. I don't need it. So this will be, I guess, the left palm. I'll just do the right. And move to here. Okay. I was gonna just say we can duplicate it, but yeah, I don't really want the fingers to have as much detail. So let's just make a new one. P-sphere. Rotate 90. And I guess we can just half this. Okay. First I'll scale the whole thing in a little bit, and then I'll go back and edit these rings on the front. All right, so this is right finger. Okay, so there's no reason for me to have to duplicate this here, right? I can just duplicate it in Unity. And that would still, I wonder if that would make there have to be another draw call is the only thing I'm wondering about. I guess we can test it out. Did it? Don't call that a sphere. Oh, I guess I didn't save it. You just came back. What is that? Yeah, I'm working on the finger for my little gopher hands. We decided to do them procedurally so that we can kind of animate the fingers, which I thought might be fun. For real, there are colleges offering specialty programs for Houdini. Oh, I didn't realize that. Not because it's out of reach, but because there's so much to learn. Well, that makes sense. Using instances for each of them should cut down on draw calls. Yeah, should. That's also what I was curious about. The workflow in Houdini is very similar to when you're coding in C#. Oh, okay, well then maybe that will be pretty natural for me. Or that would be. But like I said, I don't know. I probably won't ever really get to try it unless I get a contract or something for it because it's super expensive and not really my wheelhouse, so. What am I looking for? Oh, smooth shading. Okay, so let's just go over the toon shader on this real quick. Yeah, and it's not going to be as smooth because it has very few vertices, but it's going to be so small. I think it will be okay. But I just want to make sure there's not any big issues. I think it's, yeah, it's fine. I don't really like this little divot, but I think that's just because it's a really low poly. Let's see, is it? Yeah, it's not the shadows, so. Although, actually, yeah, that does kind of affect it, doesn't it? But looking good, you get it put together in a simple paw before you make many more changes. Yeah, I think you're right. Let's test that out. All right, let's go ahead. So I want to make sure that this is all one draw call. Because if it's not, then I might have to do some cleanup in Blender. But so I'm hoping. Okay, how did it get disconnected from the toon shader? That's fine. Okay, so I'm kind of hoping that if I do this and then oops, I forgot. Finger. Okay, so ignore the incorrect labels for a moment. So technically, this is all using one mesh. Let's clean up my windows a bit. And then look in the frame analyzer. Our frame debugger. Okay, so draw opaque objects. Okay, good. It's all one batch. That's what I was hoping for. Okay, so yeah, I don't have to, because I was afraid I was going to have to duplicate the meshes in Blender, which, I mean, it's not that big of a pain, but. Oh, hey, NTT. I'm glad you could make it. How are you doing? All right. So I think we've got the model pretty much done. Oh, I guess I need to do the ears and the tail real quick. And then I need to UV the paws. Okay, so I guess one drawback to this is that the paws and the fingers can only have one, like all the fingers have to share a texture, and then both the left and right paw have to share a texture. But I think that might also, I mean, I think that might kind of be a plus, because I don't have to draw it multiple times. I'm just trying to think if there's any reason why I wouldn't want that to happen. I guess if I made an asymmetrical character, but I think we'll just go with this constraint. Okay, so is there any way? Oh, I don't need the image. Certainly reading as a jelly bean and two paws. Pretty much is what you're going for. Yeah, actually that's true. Yeah, I think this will be pretty cute. I'm hoping anyway. So to move, they'll just, well, actually, I don't even know if they will move in the game, but they would just, I'm kind of envisioning them like hopping. And the good thing about this is that the game is supposed to be at least 4 players. So I can easily make different player characters just by changing the texture. Well, I still have to paint the other textures, but I guess it's easier than having to do a different model. And then I like the idea that I can make different hats and stuff for like unlockables. Might be kind of cute. Anyway, okay. So I need... Oh, what's going on? Is there any way that I can get the UVs for the body to stay on the screen when I'm editing the UVs for the other objects? There probably is some way, but actually before I do that, I need to add the seams here. So I guess we'll just put a seam on the front or in this middle part. Mark seam and same thing for the finger. Would I do a water slash pastel color shader next? You saw what Keijiro did with Kino Aqua. That thing blew your mind. I'll have to look at that Kino Aqua. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but yeah, I'd love to do water shader. I think that's probably once I'm done with grass, the next big project I want to do is either water or fur. So that's one vote for water. You can link the repository here if you're fine with that. Yeah, that should be okay. I'll be able to see it. Automod might remove it from chat, but don't worry, it still shows up for me. All right, thanks. I'll check that out after the stream. Oh, actually, yeah, I did. I just opened it. Yeah, I did see that screenshot. It looks really great. Did they? Oh, it's an HDRP. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if. I mean, you could probably do it in URP. I'll have to look and see exactly how he does it, but. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, I need to do the UVs for this stuff. Okay, well, I guess I'm on the finger, so we might as well just do it. Okay, so select face, press L to get everything in the seam, and then we'll project from view. Okay. And unfortunately, I don't really know where to place this, so I'm just going to put it off the model for now, or off the texture for now. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing for this side. Oops. There's gotta be, I forget what that, there's some option, I'm sure. UV sync selection, keep UV and edit mode fresh selection and sync. Okay, well that shows me everything for this particular model, but I want to see everything for the entire project. I'm sure there's some way to do it. I'll have to look and see. But anyway, let's go ahead and project the palm. Okay, let's put the palm down here so that they're different or in different spots. Did I do this backwards? I just realized, let's see here. Yeah, the flat sides are on opposite from the palm and the finger. Oh wait, no they're not. Okay, so they're fine. I wonder if they are backwards though. Yeah, because the camera, this is supposed to be, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I mean the camera views the character from here. So they should be facing out the positive Z direction, so I think it is backwards, but I mean, I guess it's not that difficult to fix. All right, so what I need to do is select. Well, I mean, they're facing out the positive Y. Yeah, let's just leave it alone. If you could do a similar in URP, that would be nuts. I'll have to look into it. I think I'm okay. Or you think I'm okay, IDM group? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, anyway, if it is messed up, all I have to do is just invert the scale on the y-axis, so it's not a huge deal. It shouldn't affect anything. Okay. All right, so let's see. Unity, or not Unity, so I want Blender view UVs of multiple objects. You'll have to join. Really? There's got to be some way to do it. Look under the view and select draw other objects. Okay. Oh, I don't see that here. Maybe it's because they're not visible. Okay, this might be something from the old version. When in edit mode and your UVs are displayed in the UV editor, look under the view and select draw other objects. Then then exit edit mode and click on the other objects you want displayed. Well, now the right palm is shown. What did I do? Okay, so I guess gotta select all of them. Okay. Alright, so this is the finger, this is the palm. Alright. I mean, I guess I don't really need to worry about packing them yet because I still need to add the ears and the tail. Let's see. So I guess I want to leave a little bit of space for that kind of thing. Let's see. Actually, I can go to island select. Okay, that's kind of funny. I guess in this mode you can't select by island, which for UV islands is like this is one UV island. Basically all the UVs that are connected. I don't know why it won't let me do that, but okay, let's see here. So this, not sure what's okay. I think this is the back. This is the front. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, so I guess really this only needs to take up the same amount of room as like proportional to the body, so that's probably fine. And this, oops, I did that again. This is one finger, so something like that. Okay, just want to make sure roughly the same size. Okay, and so then this will be the ear and tail. That should be enough room. But I guess I should model it before I start making textures to make sure. I mean, we could probably make more room here. What? Huh? Oh, it's because my mouse. Oh, can you not select two things that way? Let's see. Trying to press L to select all. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it didn't work before. Okay, so anyway, the reason I wanted to do this is because I think you can, or I think I can pack this a little bit better if I go like this and oops. I mean, yeah, I can already see ways that I could pack it better. Like I could move the fingers down here and then make these bigger, but it's probably okay. So that way we have all this room for ears and tail, so that should be good enough. Okay, so let's go ahead and model that real quick. Should be, I mean, basically the ears are going to be the same as we did with these palms, and then the tail will just be a little circle. Oh, actually, what do gophers even have tails? Okay, like I said, I think I would call this a prairie dog. So I'm kind of wanting to model these type of gophers. None of these images show it. Oh, okay, so I guess I have kind of like a little mouse tail. Oh yeah, there we go. I don't know if I really want to make a long tail, so maybe we won't model the tail, and the tail will just be part of the texture. Anyway, we need to do ears for sure, so See if we can turn this back on. Okay, well, I guess I shouldn't follow it exactly because we can already tell it's not symmetrical, but you just checked out the watercolor project, having only dipped my toes. Let me see. Use if and def in your HLSL. Oh, does he not? That's surprising. So random says, yeah, they have little tails. You have one in your backyard and he ate all your squash plants. Tried to get the tomatoes, but you didn't like them. Well, that's merciful for you. But yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I would be really annoyed if a gopher started to eat my garden, but I don't know. They are really cute, so it's difficult for me to stay mad at them. Now I'm curious. So he doesn't use if indefinite stuff? That's kind of asking for an issue, but maybe let me see. I'll look later. I don't want to get sidetracked. All right, so let's make. Okay, so these ears, I guess technically I could model them also kind of like how we did the left and right hand, where they're just a cylinder that we place here and then another one here, and then I animate them in Unity. But I kind of want this to be just kind of like a little decoration because I don't think all of the creatures will have ears that are shaped the same. So I don't really want to have to worry about them in code. So they'll just kind of sit here. And I won't have to position them in code. He's not defining any includes, that's the thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, Kajiro's, I'm sure he has a good reason for anything like that, but we'll see. Gopher eats the garden. It'll be part of your game. Gopher garden. Oh yeah, it has a good acronym, that's for sure. Well, this time, actually, I guess they're kind of punished because they've picked out a flaming potato, and that's the premise of the game, so... okay, so anyway, as I was saying about the ears, we'll say make a cylinder, and again, we'll rotate it 90 degrees. This doesn't need to be too detailed because it's pretty small. Let's go with 12. Oop, I don't know if you guys could hear that. There's some construction going on nearby, so... Alright. Okay, so let's rename this to Gopher Ears. Or I guess we'll just do ears. I think, yeah, like I said, I might have different models for the different player characters where they just have different ears and stuff. So I'm not sure if they'll all be in the same Blender file or how I'll manage that, but let's turn these things off. Okay. And move this up. Oh, I guess I want the image on. All right, thanks IDM Group for coming by. Yeah, and for your good ideas. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow at the same time, so hope to see you there if you can make it. Have a great day. Okay, so for the ears, we can mirror this without any issues. Okay. All right, that was easy. Okay, so I'll just turn this off. So I'll put a loop there. Yeah, I don't need too much detail here. Okay, gotta be careful. If you add a loop like that, this edge will be crisp and smooth shading, so I've got to be careful what I do with that. Uh, I'm trying to think about how the best way to. I kind of want it to be concave, but I'm worried how this will look with smooth shading. Maybe I just do need to add an edge loop. Something like that. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And then for the back, we'll just extrude once. Put a face. Okay, so I can optimize this a little bit by cutting out these faces that are invisible. Let's not worry about it too much right now. Okay, so ears, and add the toon shader. Okay, so the front is actually in shadow right now. Did I? Okay, so yeah, stuff is backwards. I wonder which way I did it wrong. Oh, okay, so the ears are actually backwards. Yeah, because the Y, everything should be pointing down the positive Y axis. So I can just flip this. So scale Y -1. Okay. Pretty easy. Oh, except now the normals are inverted. So I just need to recalculate normals flip. Okay, and I have to smooth them again. Okay, so there's a bit of not smoothness where there's self shadows, but again, that's hard to avoid completely. Let's see, so if I tilt this, I just want to make sure there's nothing like really nasty looking. Okay, I think it's okay. I mean, so this could look a little better, obviously. It's never really a great idea to make models that just kind of intersect like this because it would look more polished if it was smooth. But since I kind of want the ears to just be like added on to the object, I don't really want to connect the ears to the egg shape model, so I think it will be fine. They're so small anyway, and the toon shader does kind of hide issues that would be more of a big deal otherwise. I mean, I guess if I really wanted to avoid it, I could have the ears also float above his head, but I think this is a little better. Okay, so I think I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so now do I want to have a tail model or not? I guess it's the last question. For some reason, I want to give him like a little bunny tail, although that's not correct how Gopher tail actually looks. Yeah, so here they have like a little rat or mouse tail. Um, I don't know. I guess, I mean, if I need to add it, it's not that difficult to do. I'll just leave room for it on the UV map. Okay, so let's just mark a seam. Switch to UV layout and oh, move it over here and then flip. Okay, so now I want to have everything visible, so I need to select everything. Oops. And select the ears last. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I'll have plenty of room. Oops. All right. Okay, yeah, so I can do the tail anywhere up here, so that's fine. Okay, so let me see here. I want to export UV layout. There we go. Okay, now for program, I think I'll actually just make it an Inkscape because since I'm using a toon shader anyway, I can just, you know, yeah, since I'm using a toon shader, we'll mostly want flat colors anyway, which Inkscape is really good at, and I have a lot of experience with Inkscape. So we could even just use this texture, but let's go ahead and just make a new one first. Let's start, I don't know, 2048. That was probably overkill, actually. So let's do 1024 and just see how that looks. Yeah, another good thing about Inkscape is it's really easy to resize since everything is vector. Okay, so then I want this to be neutral gray. Okay, so let's set up. Okay, so this will be I don't know, draw layer, and then we'll want to have a new layer for the UV layout. And we can set this, I don't know, low opacity. And here, well, first let's go ahead and save this. Okay, I'm going to navigate to the same folder again. Video projects. Okay, so we have the egg character. Let's just make a separate folder for Gopher specific stuff. And this will be texture. Okay, and then I want to bring in the UV layout. Save that, make sure nothing messed up. Opacity up all the way. Is it like, why is it not showing up? Is it in, is there nothing there? Oh yeah, it looks like it's empty, which is kind of weird. Did Blender just not export it correctly? No, it has. It has a width and everything. I guess it just didn't export it correctly. Did I have to like select everything? Yeah, maybe that was it. Okay, there we go. So can. Okay, so now it's aligned with the page. I should be able to draw whatever I want. Okay. Now, do I want to just bring this character over? Might be a good place to start. I mean, it's not very polished, but okay, we can get rid of that stuff for now. So I need to make sure there's a little bit of overlap so that, yeah, well, the shape of the body actually doesn't really matter. I could even just make the whole thing have this brown as the background color. Okay, so then try to center this circle for his belly. And do I want it to go down to the bottom? Okay, well, actually, let's just make sure this is working correctly. So let's export. Again, I wish it would default to the file as actually saved in. Maybe I should, I mean, I think Inkscape is open source. Maybe I should, because there's a lot of UI stuff that I would change about it. don't get me wrong, it's a great program, but maybe I should contribute to it. Anyway, so this is the texture. Okay, so let's go back in here. Oh, I forgot to turn off the UV, but that's okay. I mostly just want to make sure that it works. So, Gopher body. Standard tune. We're not really gonna have normal normal mapping, but hey. Okay, so it's backwards. I was hoping I could just apply this to multiple objects, but no. Okay, so yeah, now you can see they all have UVs. Yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of stretching here because it's the edge, but it should be okay because if I just don't draw any details on the sides, then yeah, it'll be fine. It'll just be a flat color, so we won't see any stretching. I think it is a little low res, so I might bump up the resolution, but I mostly just want to make sure everything was okay. And we can see, yeah, I have the body on the wrong side because yeah, the ears are backwards. So I just need to, I think it'll be easier if I just change this instead of messing with the UV map, but it's something to keep in mind for the future. Oh, I was trying to use Blender controls for that. Try to get it in the center. Okay. Okay, so we can see here, if I want specular lights, which I think I do, I don't really want it. I don't really want the highlight to shine over the face like that. So I might want to do a specular map or a smoothness map. It would also be nice to make a normal map. I'm trying to think how I could even do that though. I guess I'd have to do like a height map and then run it through some program to generate a normal map. Maybe I've never done that kind of thing before. Probably Blender can do it. Because yeah, it would be nice to have a little bit more detail like on the cheeks and stuff. Or I could just go with this flat look too. I mean, it's kind of, it has its own charm, so I don't know. We'll see about it. Okay, but I think I will just start over because, yeah, that was just kind of quickly thrown together. Let's see. I think the best way to do this. Okay, I think I'll try to place this object in the center so that way I can kind of center other things around it. Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, I forgot to even talk about it, but yeah, Twitch finally added a game development category. Well, I guess they had one a long time ago back when Twitch Creative was a thing, but then they, for some reason, got rid of it. But yeah, it's really nice. It always felt kind of weird to be in the science category, which, I mean, I guess computer science, but... Okay, maybe I need to do the cheeks first. I'm trying to think, because I want him to look like he kind of has full cheeks. The thing is, it just blends in, so I need to just do this to visualize. The thing is, it's also going to get stretched. I'm going to go up to 2048. Oops, not 2000. Or 20,000. Okay, I just wanted to check, make sure the stretching didn't look too bad. It's okay. I guess I could just be the same color as the belly if I wanted to do something like that. Let's see, I mean, an actual gopher, it's all just the same color. It only has a lighter underside. Well, they kind of have, actually, again, not that it really matters, but they kind of have like a darker blaze on the top of their head, but okay. Yeah, maybe I think I need to add the other side because it's hard to visualize it. Okay, then I'll have a big nose. It's kind of a darker, well, on a real gopher, it's actually kind of pinkish. Something. I don't think having the colored cheeks is the right way to go. I don't know. Actually, it's kind of like this better. Okay, so maybe don't really need any highlights for the cheeks, at least in that way. Okay, now this is another thing. Do I want the eyes to be black? Again, real gophers do just have, I mean, they're actually probably dark brown. Again, I could make it whatever color I wanted if I want to change it. do I want to have... I mean, highlights are important for sure, but I think since we're going to actually have shader, I don't know if I need to put highlight in the texture as well. I don't know. Maybe this. I could try it. Do the Kirby thing where their pupils are colored, but the white of the eyes are actually black. I don't know. I mean, this kind of looks cute. I kind of like my concept art. But it doesn't look good. It's just black like this, so... I kind of like this, but I think it might be kind of strange to have a highlight and then also have the highlight and the shader, so I probably just need to do a smoothness map, but where'd this extra one come from? No, it's not symmetric. So he's little. Maybe let's go like this, and then he has little cheeks, and then the teeth come out from the cheeks. So going back to the cheeks. This is kind of why I like vector art, because it's pretty easy to change things. I don't know about that color. All right. Okay, so now let's add some little teeth. long up there so we don't see the rounding. Okay, so I need to be careful that it doesn't look like a walrus, I can see. Okay, so it's starting to look cute again, but yeah, it looks like a walrus. So I think the thing is that the teeth need to be closer. Let's make sure that they're centered. Doesn't look centered to me, but I guess that's because the nose wasn't. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see. I mean, obviously, teeth are not quite as white, but we'll go with this one. Okay. Oops. Alright, so we'll just bring the body. Okay, so do I want a tail? Maybe I'll just make it like wrapped around him. I don't know. And I could just do something like, and the back's not really going to be visible very often, so doesn't look very good. No, it's not good. Okay, let's just leave the tail for now. I don't know what I want to do with that. Oops. Okay, so here are the ears. I think this is the back. And then the front. And then I want to have a bit of the accent color on the ears. Come on. Let's see how this looks so far. Okay. Highlight is a little overbearing, but yeah, like I said, well, I think we'll do a smoothness map. But the texture looks pretty good. It's a little distorted, mostly the eyes. Okay, it goes on right when I see that in a blink angle. That's probably just the anisotropic um, filtering. Okay, so maybe that will help. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, the ears look good though. Okay, I think it's starting to look pretty cute. I'd like to do a normal map. I think that would actually add a lot. so maybe I'll see about doing that when the stream is finished today. Unfortunately, I only have about 15 minutes unless we can meet the donation goal, but all right, let's do the hands and fingers real quick. And they'll be pretty similar, really. I think the fronts are supposed to be here, so let's just add a little bit for the paw pads. I don't know if Gophers actually have like dark paw pads, but this one does. I guess it shouldn't be centered. It should also be kind of offset like this. Okay, and let's turn off the guide layer. Okay. I don't know if that really looks like a paw pad, but it's gonna be hard to find actual gopher feet. These gophers are just all, their hands are just all pink. Maybe I should do that. But I kind of want to see a cat paw pad. Okay, so they're kind of, yeah, I think it's the shape of the ones I have right now. They're too regular. Yeah, so let's not get lazy. Okay. They're balanced, and I just have to. We can see if that looks better. I don't know. This might just be better if it's a circular, but okay. And then I wanted to see if these look better pink. I guess we can just use the same pink as the nose. That might be a little bit too much, but let's just try it out. Okay, actually I don't mind it being pink. I don't really like... I don't know, something's wrong with the paw pad still, I think. I think they're just the wrong color. That doesn't look good either. Maybe this yellowish color? Okay, let's see. Funny how the same color goes from pink to brown when you change the darkness of it. Okay, I guess that wasn't actually the same color, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it too much, but I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what I don't like about it. Okay, maybe that was it. Maybe this big part was too big. And then... I don't know about the color either. Okay, I think that shape is better. But I don't know about the color. Maybe another reason it looks weird is because it's so shiny. Let's go ahead and add a smoothness map to our toon shader. I think that will be nice to have for sure. So does this already support it? I can, yeah, just route smoothness into it. So on the standard toon shader, I just need to add another texture 2D lookup. I'll just call this the control texture in case or control map in case I add other lighting properties to it. Okay, so I need to multiply the smoothness property with the red. I need to be careful because, let's see. So this shader has 3 texture reads here, and then 2 texture reads here. So that's starting to be quite a bit. So I need to watch performance. If it's an issue, I can, instead of using a ramp texture, I can use like program the ramp with smooth step and things like that. But I'm not gonna jump the gun. Okay, so here we have layers. So this will, let's rename this to albedo, and then I'll make another layer for smoothness. Let's see. I might use another. I don't know. We'll just go with this for now. I was gonna say, like, if I use the control map, then I'll need to change. Like, I'll need more. Like, this will just be on the red channel, so I'll need some other program to like composite the images together. But I'll worry about that later. Actually, let's delete this for now. I'll duplicate the albedo map. So that way I already have everything drawn. Yeah, I just kind of want to test this. It'd be better to do this all when the program is finished, or the texture is finished. But okay, so let's see what needs to be shiny. The eyes for sure. So change them to white, and the nose needs to be shiny. The teeth. Okay, so the body doesn't need to be shiny. Okay, I think I'm actually doing this backwards now that I think about it. Because smoothness, things are more shiny when smoothness is 0, right? So maybe this is actually like a specular strength map, but I don't know. This, let's just go with this because this is more intuitive to me. So I can just go and change it later, or do a 1 minus in the shader. Okay, so again, probably these I don't want these to be like pure black because they still has a little bit of a gloss. So same for the ears. And the hands. Now do the paw pads, are they shinier? Let's look at the cat ones again. They kind of are. I mean, they're sort of rough, but they're shiny. Okay, so yeah, maybe not pure white, but they should be shinier than the rest of it. Okay. So export this as smoothness. Okay, so this is not sRGB. Okay, so I want to do 1 minus here. And then I guess for body, then I put this in the control map. Okay, so the eyes I think are completely shine. Let's see. So probably I just need to bring. Okay, no, that doesn't change anything. what's going on here? It's kind of ugly. Oh, I left on the... Yeah, I need to take off the guides because the guides are affecting the smoothness map. And same thing for the albedo. Okay, so here what's happening is the smoothness is always 0, but even though no matter what we add to 0, it's still going to be, well, actually it does seem to change it a little bit, but mostly it's going to be completely shiny. So let's see, maybe, although it's kind of weird, maybe I should do 1 minus after we multiply with smoothness. So maybe I should change this to be roughness, but that's technically what it is now. Okay, so that's better. So now when I multiply this, it does bring down the shininess. It's a little, I don't know. The effect is a little strange, I have to say, because it's like, kind of gives a feeling like there's a ball that's like inset inside the head. But maybe it's because there's no normal map yet and it's just flat. So if I add a normal map, I think it will look better. So that's probably what I'll try to do next. In fact, if I just have this test normal map, oh, that doesn't really change it much, but anyway, it looks like I'm out of time for today, so I guess I'll sign off and go get some lunch. But thanks everybody for coming by and chatting for my first stream extravaganza day. I really appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 Eastern time. Do the same thing. We'll try to raise some charity for the ACLU Foundation, but and work on this game. I want to try to finish it this week. I know that this art is probably going to be the biggest thing I have to finish up, but I also need to do the menus, so yeah, we have plenty to do. But anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, and I hope you all have a great day. I'll put some links in chat if you enjoyed the stream and you'd like to follow me on other social media. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.